falls at number 16. Halloween comes before Father's Day.
Mm.
Trick or treat, bitches.
Right.
True. It feel
Yeah.
honestly like it feel like the same, like a regular day for me. I mean, I
It
got
is
like the
it's a regular.
card and stuff. I got a Happy Father's Day and stuff like that, but it's still I'm still doing all the shit I normally do.
I know, but see, think about you too. See, you got little bitty kids. I got grown children. You know what I'm saying? They got cars. Goddamn, come pick your daddy up. You know what I'm saying? Buy a nigga a donut or something, a motherfucking cup or something. I like Krispy Kreme. The motherfucking sign was on, and nobody see the shit. The hell going on? You feel what I'm saying? That's how you feel. You know what I'm saying?
Well, you should have came to
Yeah.
church with me this morning because Love Story gave all the fathers donuts today.
You went to Love Story this morning.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I got the word and got a
Okay,
donut.
okay. And they gave y'all donuts?
They gave us
I need to
donuts.
go to Love Story.
What
Need to
time
go to
y'all
Love
service start?
Story.
10 o'clock.
Oh,
Okay.
10 o'clock service.
If you get there by 9 o'clock, you can get you a good breakfast for $7, all you can eat,
Really?
Okay. Okay.
and then get some
You
word.
got,
And then the one
you got to be a
time that
member?
no,
So
the one
I'm gonna
time,
start coming.
yeah, y'all should come, man. The one
I'm gonna
time
start.
that I
I'm not
decided to
coming
go
easy.
into the side entrance instead of going through the front entrance, they had a drawing for the fathers, and there was somebody that won a 75-inch screen TV, somebody won an iPad, and I was like, they was giving out prizes, spa, like $500 spa treatments, and I was like, I didn't even get to sign my name and put it in the category because I went through the side door. Don't ever go through the side door. I always go through the front.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You know, when you're dealing with size, it mess you up from time to time. You
Oh yeah,
gotta watch out with them sides.
and we're gonna talk about that tonight.
Motherfuckers be about their side piece and shit like that. I'm looking to just get a piece from the front, back, or side. Fuck it.
Mm-mm.
We're gonna talk about it tonight. Dirty laundry will be aired.
Hey, there you go. Let it out. I got y'all topics in there, so I'm expecting you to have that energy now. Yes, sir.
All right, so let's go ahead and kick it off, James.
Let's get it, man. Let's get it. All right. Again, welcome back to another episode of V.M.O. Radio. That's right. That's right. Round of applause, everybody. That's right. That's right. That's right. Let's get it,
Yeah.
man. Back together like we never left with the four horsemen, baby. Let's go. We got Don Grizzle, the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Philosopher over there. All day, every day. That's right. That's with the hat on. Okay, showing off. Got you. Got my man Trenell, aka Man with a Million Voices, right there all day.
Yes,
Mr.
sir.
Work.
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
adjusting the screen and stuff. That's right. Got to see you. Got Mr. Smooth, Mr. GT, the actor Gartrell. Yeah, there you go. There you go. Let them know. Represent. And myself, of course, is James Calhoun, aka how many kids you got?
12. You about it? You running neck and neck with Nick Cannon.
I'll tell you, call me baby Nick Cannon. Give me that money. I'll be. Oh my goodness. Yeah, we just gonna dive right into that first topic, man. So strap in. So the first topic is how does a person who gets exposed for cheating fix the relationship and move forward?
All right, so since I came up with this topic, I'm gonna keep it 100 with everybody. This topic is about me. So for all of the ones who thought that I was the perfect guy, I'm not. I'm very flawed, and I can admit my flaws. And a person that can admit their flaws and their mistakes, it take a real man to do that. So I got a fiance. I've been engaged to her for going on 2 years now. So December will make 2 years. We have a good relationship. She's older, of course, and I'm younger. I'm about 8 years younger. We've known each other since 2015, and been together in a relationship 3 years. So before we got in the relationship, I had the conversation with her and I told her I wasn't ready for a relationship because I had just broke up with somebody previously a few months before. But I also had the notion of I wanted to try something different. I wanted to try polyamory because I got friends in that lifestyle. And, being in different Facebook groups and you see what people post and how they can make it work. I figured I'm like, okay, well, if the black community can make this work, then why not give it a try? So I ran that by her in the beginning. She was like, I ain't with that. So I was like, well, that's what I want. I'm looking for that. So she pretty much shut that down. And I was lenient with it for, a period of time, but I still wanted that. So, every now and then I would try to influence her to dip her pinky toe in the pool and get it wet just to see what she thinks. Still shutting it down. We're about a year ago around this time, ran into a young lady that, I knew, but not very well. I just knew her because, she was affiliated with my family and she's into the lifestyle. So she was going through a separation with her husband. And so, we got to talking and everything. And I was telling her, okay, I'm interested in poly. And she was like, well, that can work because she had that type of relationship with her husband. And so, but since they were on the outs, they was going through a divorce and everything. So just being real with y'all, we ended up kicking it. And my whole idea with talking with her is, okay, well, maybe we can, if I can get you introduced to my fiance, y'all get to know each other real well. And if she does want to give it a try, she'll be comfortable enough with you to try it. So as time went on, she came around, hung around me and my fiance. They became close. Me and her became closer. So we had a pretty much a situationship for a whole year. And it wasn't until recently, about 3 weeks ago, my fiance actually introduced her to one of my close friends, my line and frat brother, and they ended up hooking up the same day they met. So that was like kind of like a sharp dagger in the side. Wasn't expecting that because with me and her being real close for a whole year, she knew everything about me, my line brothers, my whole situation here at home and everything. She knew everything, kind of like that best friend status. So I don't know what all got said, but she felt the need to come clean and tell my fiance everything before I could get the chance to do it. So all hell broke loose in my household. But you got some of them people that like to sit and watch from a distance that they kind of feel like something going on, but they can't quite put their finger on it. But then when the shit hits the fan, so to say, oh, now everybody want to come out the woodwork. Well, I knew it, and I wasn't gonna say nothing. No, because you should have been staying in your lane, minding your business the same way I mind my business when I see stuff that go on with your relationship, but I don't talk about it because I mind my part. Yes, I cheated, but I went to God with it. I asked for forgiveness. Went to my fiance about it. Asked her for forgiveness. It's gonna be hard for her to forgive me, but she said she's willing to try it because she's not only loves me, but she's in love with me. And then that's when I realized I got a real woman who's gonna stick by my side through thick and thin, sick and health, and to death do us part. I got a real woman. And it took this for me to realize that. So my thing is this: if I got a woman who knows, because she basically said she knew the whole time, she just couldn't put her finger on it. Because women have that women intuition. So she knew what was going on. But for the simple fact that I didn't want everything to go down like this, I really wanted this polyamory thing to work. That's the reason why I brought them two together to become close to each other. So that way, if it does happen, now she's our girlfriend. So, but that backfired like a mug. And so now, one of the ways that I'm dealing with this now myself is because you can like feel like you hit rock bottom when it comes to stuff like this. Like you can feel like you can lose everything. But what I took the initiative to do was to go to counseling. So now I'm going to a counselor. My fiance going to a counselor. So and I talk about this enough because in the black community we feel like we don't need therapy, we don't need counseling, we good because we can handle all of the stress that the world give us anyway. But sometimes that just ain't enough. We need therapy. We need somebody that's the right type of person that you can vent to. Somebody that don't take sides, that's a professional that get paid to do their job. They can tell you whether you're wrong, they can tell you whether you're right, and they don't take sides. Versus somebody that you know that can kind of be, you know, they can say, well, you're right, or, whatever the case may be. But, having a therapist, a paid therapist can help you get through it. So session number 2 will be tomorrow. So I'm letting the world know that, yeah, I'm not perfect. I stepped
Okay.
out. And so everybody looking at me like, oh, I'm Mr. Modern, I'm Mr. Perfect, I'm the actor. We all have flaws. And I'm admitting my flaw. I got a little greedy, didn't know what I had in front of me, but now I can appreciate her more because I see she's sticking by my side. I may have gotten cussed out and threatened though, but she's still sticking by my side. And that's a real woman. Because if the,
Facts.
if the shoe was on the other foot, if a woman cheat on her man, oh, we done. We won't talk to you no more. We done. We ain't got that same kind of love a woman has for us, for them, unless you truly are in love with that person that you are willing to, take steps that it takes to forgive them and put it past you. You always gonna have that in the back of your mind. What if they do it again? But when you know you got somebody good and you want to do right and you get right with God, you can move forward. So that's why I'm letting the world know I'm taking the steps to go the right way. I am gonna move forward. They can say what they want to say about me. It doesn't matter because don't nobody live in my household. Don't nobody know what I go through. Don't nobody pay my bills. So, and if my woman can forgive me and still love me, still want to marry me, still move forward with me, that's the right one.
Gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
Mm. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right, Trey, what you got to say, man?
I ain't never been in no situation like that, man. Uh, I ain't never been in a relationship before to cheat on somebody. You know what I'm saying? As far as like, I don't know. I ain't never had that problem. I mean, because when I'm in a relationship, I'm in a relationship. But if I like me being a single man now, if I want to have sex with somebody, I'm gonna have sex with whoever. You feel what I'm saying? I'm gonna do my thing. It ain't like we in a relationship. We just messing around type shit. But what GT went through, boy, hey, I take my hat off to you. And I'm glad everything going better for you. You know what I'm saying? Because I know you got feelings for this woman and everything. I hate that. But like I said, from my side of the story or whatever, I mean, from what I got to say about the topic is that I don't know. I can't say. I ain't never been in a relationship before while I done cheated on somebody or stepped out or had a side piece or none of that kind of stuff. I can't even relate to it. So I don't know. You know what I mean? Now, if you tell me, we talk about a topic about just having multiple women at a time or something like that, I could probably talk to you about it. You feel what I'm saying? Because you're not really just because I'm single. Like I got a girl in my room right now. You feel what I'm saying? So me and her can mess around or something. Then she go, she leave, and somebody call me like, hey, boy, I need to come over there. Whatever, it's whatever. It ain't gonna bother her if that girl come over here because we not in love with each other. We not together. You get what I'm saying? You picking up what I'm putting down. I'm single, so I can do that. But being in a relationship, because I take my relationship very serious when I'm in one. Very serious. I ain't gonna cheat on you. You bet not cheat on me. I'm in construction. That's all I got to say about that.
Got the tools, don't
Yes, sir. I'm trying to tell you. They call me T Domo.
you?
Nah, just kid, man. Where Don Grizzle go though?
I don't know. He just left.
That's what happened when you got T-Mobile internet, man. That internet will drop on you.
Oh, first of all, I got T-Mobile internet. My internet ain't dropped on me. Now I had my friend in there. She was on my hotspot on my phone, and then when
Yeah.
y'all called, y'all paused out. So
That's why
I
you
had to
freezing
drop.
up on us. T-Mobile ain't nothing but Sprint reincarnated.
I hear you.
Hey,
Shots fired. Shots
that
fired.
shots
What you
fired
got?
for real. Good.
So what you got? So I work for Charter. I got Charter, and Charter
That's
is the
right. That's
best.
right. That's right, baby. I got 1,000 megabit gig fiber at my house running good. That's why I
Man, look,
don't
ain't nothing
freeze
wrong with
up.
that. Listen, I had
Mm-mm.
Charter, but Charter freeze up my with my money. They tell me they charge me one thing, then they charge me another. I can't go through it. I need one flat rate.
Dang, just like that. See, GT, man, he's still on the clock, I guess, man. He's still pitching. He's still
Yeah,
pitching.
hey, yeah, you feel what I'm saying? Hey, look, they need to be one of our sponsors. Yeah, now with Charter Communications, we got 100 gigs.
Yes, up.
We over here at V.M.O, we go with Charter Communications. Give us that check.
Hey,
Ooh-wee.
you never know. They might have us doing a commercial for them.
Hey,
I know that's right.
that's right. Speaking into existence, man. Words got
Hey,
power.
listen, because I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna use my word I always use when I talk to people on the phone. I guess I hollered you after these messages. Now it's a word from our sponsor. All
All right,
There go
Grizzle,
Don.
he back on. So y'all need to bring him up to speed on what he missed over the past 10 minutes that he was off.
Well, Calhoun, give him the topic one more time.
Oh, yeah, I'm about to do the topic again. Yeah. So the topic is, how does a person who gets exposed for cheating fix the relationship and move forward? So what you think, Don?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Where was y'all at with it?
Oh, I mean, you heard what GT basically had to say right before you left
Yeah,
about what he's going through and different things like that. Trey was basically saying, like, he's single. He really had to deal with that, So he was basically just saying, look, I got who I got. I ain't going to cheat. She ain't going to cheat on me. So, we just going to push it on to you, see what you got.
yeah. I mean, it's I think it's and I guess what I'm trying to gather, because to speak on somebody's personal situation, you know what I mean. Um, that's what kind of changes the dynamic somewhat of it. You know what I mean? For me, anyway,
I
because
got you.
he just kind of laid out, his personal, to the world and everybody. So, you know, and I'm, quite sure and listening to him, talk about it. It's, at this moment, it's a very sensitive, tender moment. So if we taking a conversation to, outside of, what he displayed in his situation, um, I think it's so many layers to the dynamic of a question like that, because going on the basis of somebody been exposed for cheating and how do they fix the relationship and move forward? Because just naturally for a lot of people, and like I think he alluded to, as far as, the lady that he with and the strength and getting therapy and talking it out, because love is true love. You can't just turn it off and turn it on. So that's one layer to the question of somebody pulling, having a violation and breaking your heart and doing that to you when they say they love you, right? But
Mm-hmm.
at the same time, the flip side and the reverse of that is, if you say you love me, you accept me with my flaws and all. So in a sense of that, there's a love of that where, you know what I mean? Because that love it's a different kind of love. That's not your just everyday, you know, puppy love or however you want to say it. So in those regards, the layers to it, and I'm just trying to peel back some of them. When I thought about this question all week, not knowing, it was GT personal, but um,
Mm-hmm.
you looking at the situation, if there's kids involved, if there's how many years is involved, what's invested into the relationship, you know what I'm saying? And so
All that.
to just be able to split it down the middle and say, yes or no, would would somebody be able to have the opportunity, you know, in this kind of climate that we live in, because genuine people are so rare. And it's almost like more and more each and every day, genuine people are not appreciated. So what does that do? That causes people to want to be less genuine. So now we wading in all of the water, you know what I'm saying? And you having to figure out who's solid and who ain't based off of, you know what I'm saying, just them being put in a situation that somebody was ungenuine and broke their heart. So it's like the blood spill onto somebody else. So all of that being said, you know, my take on it would be is, you know, and press in my heart to you, brother, and everything you got going on, and you know how you trying to piece it together and move forward, and as well as your lady and things of that nature. Because at the end of the day, if I could just be brutally honest with my guys, these streets is scary, bro. You know what I'm saying? So if you got a real one rocking with you in this era, bro, you know what I'm saying? It's scary out here, dog. Like, you know what I'm saying? For real. And I can't be no realer than that, because the situations that I run across and things like that, you know, everything happened for a reason. And to me, a mistake is not a mistake if you take the opportunity to learn from it, because you then transmute the energy and change it from what it was to something that you know, can create and want it to be, right? But you're taking lessons from it, you're learning from it. So you gain more so than you lost, but it's your choice in the matter. And this is kind of what we talking about. People have choices. You know what I'm saying? And so choices lead to repercussions, you know, for the choices that you make. And so at the end of the day, you know what I mean? But you still have a choice, though. You have a choice to say, do I accept accountability for what I decided to do? You know what I'm saying? And something we'll get into, you know, later, man. But you know, what I kind of been doing, and it's something, you know what I'm saying, to put y'all on too, because I feel like, of course, we can all do it. But something I started doing, man, this past weekend, you know, with this topic coming up, and I can't wait for you guys to hear it and share it with you guys. But so, you know, while I was out of town, man, it just hit me, man, like, you know, to poll people with this question that GT came up with. And so at the end of the show, hopefully, you know, James working with the editing, and when I get it over to you or whatever, whatnot, the people that I was able to interview that, you know, that gave me a dope ass interview. I'm serious, bro. Like one, yo, he gave me like a real crazy interview. And like, it was so, man, it was so fresh and so clean as far as like the way this young brother thought, you know what I mean? Like, because we're going to jump on that question and say no, or this or that. And so, but I'm excited for you guys to hear that. But that's the thing about it. Hearing people's real response, you know, to a question like that, as well as the engagement, but that's what we about. And like I say, I'm going to close it with, because I know I've been talking for a minute, you got to pass it around, but seriously, close it with, man, you know, it takes a lot of courage to stand before people and say, excuse my language, I fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's your man, the one and only Don Grizzle, live with V.M.O. Radio, live with the voice on the streets. Who am I here with? Sarah. Okay, Sarah, it's nice to meet you. The question of the day is, if somebody is exposed cheating in the relationship, can they fix it and move the relationship forward? What do you say?
No.
Okay.
Because once it's etched in your mind, there's no getting rid of it. There's no putting it behind you. You're always going to have it there.
It's there.
You're always going to remember it. And every time you look at them, it just brings it back, and you just get the mental images of them cheating on you with these people, and it's really hard to get over.
Really hard to get over.
Yes.
What would you say is the most difficult part? Is it because it's hard to unlove somebody, or what is the most difficult part?
The fact that it pushes you away slowly, so you end up falling out of love with that person.
Wow.
For some, it takes time. For some, they're always going to love that person. But for others, that love slowly just fades away, and you just slowly push yourself away from that person.
So everything that was built can be destroyed with one single act.
Unfortunately, yeah.
Wow. Okay. That's on that. That's on that. Now, the next question is, who do you think cheats more, men or women?
That's a really hard question, because I've heard of a lot of women that cheat more than men, but from my perspective, I've always been cheated on.
Okay.
I've always been the loyal one.
Right.
Until recently, and that's probably my age speaking, but I've cheated twice, and
So you've been on both sides of the
Yep.
situation.
Yep.
Now, let me ask you, if you don't mind, is when you did decide to step over that line, right?
Right.
Quote unquote cheating, what do you think was the driving force and motivation? Was it just lustful? Was it, you know what I'm saying, just something you had to have? Or was it just a caught up in the moment type of thing?
Caught up in the moment.
Okay.
That was definitely caught up in the moment, because unfortunately, being a woman, we are easily intrigued.
Yeah.
We're unfortunately very easy. I don't care who you are, but any woman is going to be easy with the right words
Person.
and the right person.
Right. At the right time.
Yep.
That's just the way it clicks.
That's right.
So now, on your side of that, did you want the other person to accept and forgive you for stepping over that line in the relationship?
I did.
Yeah.
And most of the time, actually, they understood my situation, so they pretty much knew.
Right. Wow. Man, that is very good. It's very insightful. I appreciate you taking the time.
No problem.
And man, that's a great answer. And stay tuned, because we will be right back, as Trenell would say, after these messages. And you do know that. Don't ask me, ask that. Yeah. Favorite's favorite, Don Grizzle, reporting live for V.M.O Radio, live on the street with the voice on the street. And who am I here with today?
This is Paul.
All right, Paul, I got a question for you, my man. Who cheats more, men or women?
I think it's a hard question. I think it's a hard question because I think we both are more in common than we would like to give ourselves room to be. I think we both equally deal with things like lust, equally deal with wandering eyes, and the world now is like everything's at your fingertips, so we both equally get influenced by things. I think it's more so on a person-to-person level, how strong your trust is with yourself, or like how much your self-respect is. I think it's really a toss-up. I think it's hard to be like women cheat more or men cheat more. I think it's pretty even, honestly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, it's pretty even. Would you say that social media, and like you said, everything in your fingertips, plays a role in men or women cheating?
Yeah. Shoot, just like dating apps, right? Like I feel like being of the younger generation, I feel like our biggest thing right now is dating apps, right? So like the thing about dating apps is that it kind of like desensitizes you to who's around you. Like you swipe on the phone, you see 10, 10, 10, 10, and you get like likes from like, you know, the baddest thing you ever seen. But
Right.
and all that's at your fingertips. And the perspective I like to have is that the same way I see that, other people see that, like on the opposite side of the phone. But social media, I think it has a way of painting it portrays a certain light, and then you can kind of end up believing that as the truth. I think that's happened to me on several occasions where like I go on Instagram, and if you go on Instagram, or I think social, I was just having a conversation with my homie about this, like anything, any conspiracy, any thought, any movement that you can possibly think of, you can go on the internet and find a video or find somebody else that believes that same thing and will justify your views, right? So like,
no views and opinions, right?
It's like I can go on the internet and find a videos that's telling me all women cheat, don't trust nobody, you know, you young, you know, go out, do whatever you want to in the world, you can travel, fuck on anything,
right?
Go to the DR, these girls are just, you know, you just give them a couple dollars, they gonna do whatever.
Passport boys.
You can find any video to justify your view. At the same time, it's like, in reality, is that what you really want? You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I mean, social media play a big role in it. I think we gotta take more tolerance breaks from just getting all this information and live in the real world sometimes.
Get back to real human interaction.
Yeah.
Okay, so my last follow-up question, Paul, is this, right? Is in this era, like what you just described, is it possible to find true love?
Oh, for sure. I think that's why I'm of the believer. Like that's why I said like is real even, because I came across a lot of women that are really genuinely looking for a connection, and you also come across a few that, you know, just like other niggas do, like just kind of like just want to float through life.
Yeah.
But it is definitely possible. I think there's few things that I look for in conversation, if that's in the mind frame I'm in at that moment. You know what I mean?
Okay.
I may not, you know, you may not want that right then and there. You know what I mean? If you really do, then there's certain things you can look for to lock in with somebody.
Okay, so what you're saying is it's the possibility in the moment, if it's a hit or to quit it, or if you're really, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think it's what you feel in the moment, but I think also it's like where you want your life trajectory to go. I think I was just having a conversation with a lot of my coworkers. That like a lot of the older dudes I talk to, there's never been a conversation like, man, you young, like you traveling, you getting money, you living life, settle down and find the right woman for you.
Right.
It's always, man, you young, go
for it. Yeah.
Go do whatever you want.
Yeah.
And it's like, I mean, is that what your life trajectory is? That what you want? Like, do you want to just be, you know, single and doing your thing, or do you want to lock in with somebody, find the right thing? So it's really, I think it's a lot of things where you gotta decide for yourself. Listen to people that you will want to trade shoes with. Yeah, so
that's real.
Yeah.
Yo, well, it's Don Grizzle, and this is Paul, live on V.M.O Radio, voice on the street, and you heard it here first. Get it.
Appreciate it.
Yeah. Yeah. It's your favorite, Don Grizzle, reporting live for V.M.O Radio right here, right now, live on the street, voicing their opinion. Who am I here with today?
Asia.
Okay, Asia. I like the way you said that. Okay, so the voice on the street for V.M.O Radio, the question of the day is, who cheats more, men or women?
I'm gonna have to say that's even, you know. I'm
okay. You calling it even?
Yeah, I'm calling it even. Yeah.
Okay, why you call it even though? I'm saying you don't think it's, you know, one side or the other, because I know you got your girlfriends, your friend girls, or aunties and this, that, and the third, whatever. So you don't think they got a little ways, or you don't think guys experiences, other friend girls talk about relationships, what they man might have did, or there's something you want to share, you personal experience. You think it's even, down the middle, both. Okay, I'm sorry. Yeah.
I definitely think it's an even split, you know, because cheating to me is like, you know, that's like a choice. You know what I'm saying? It's like, that's just your character to me. So I don't necessarily think men do it more, women do it more. If you conniving, you know what I'm saying, you got it in you, that's just you.
That's in you.
You know, so I done been on both sides, and I feel like, you know, if it's in you and you got it, then Yeah.
You gonna do it?
Yeah.
Okay. That's a good answer. Okay, so now the last question, Taisha, is this: if somebody cheats in a relationship, is it repairable to be able to move forward?
To me, no. Because I'm all about one person, just being with one person at one time, and so absolutely not, no.
So if they cheat on you, ain't no coming back.
It's not.
Ain't no repairing.
Absolutely
it's
not.
It's a major violation.
You can get gone. Yeah.
You can get gone.
Absolutely.
Ain't
Mixing
no
energy
explaining.
is a no-no, Mixing energy is a no-no.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. On the spiritual side of things, so you attest that you believe that being with multiple people, there's swapping of energies and entanglements.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Respect.
Yeah. Absolutely. And that's not something that is cool to me. So, yeah.
So you cheat on Tiasia, you're out of here.
Absolutely.
It's over with.
Yeah.
Ain't no coming back.
Right.
Okay then. Okay then. Hey, listen. This is your favorite Don Grizzle reporting live with Tiasia, answering the questions that you want to hear because it's on VMO Radio, live and clear. Get at us.
All right.